Lesson 9: School Culture. What is school culture? School culture is the set of norms, values and beliefs, rituals and ceremonies, symbols and stories that make up the persona of the school. According to Fulan 2007, school culture can be defined as the guiding beliefs and values evident in the way of school operates. School culture can be used to encompass all the attitudes, expected behaviors, and values of the impact how the school operates. In a large scale, a school culture results from both conscious and unconscious perspectives, values, interactions, and practices, and it is heavily shaped by a school's particular institutional history. There are two basic forms of school cultures: positive cultures and negative cultures. Positive school cultures are conducive to professional satisfaction, morale, and effectiveness, as well as to student learning, fulfillment, and well-being. The following are some of the few school programs which are associated with positive school cultures. Professional learning communities that encourages teachers to communicate, share expertise, and work together more collegially and productively. Presentations, seminars, and learning experiences designed to educate staff and students about bullying and reduce instances of bullying. Events and educational experiences that honor and celebrate the racial, ethnic, and linguistic diversity of the student body, such as hosting cultural events and festivals, exhibiting culturally relevant materials throughout the school, inviting local cultural leaders to present to students, or making explicit connections between the diverse cultural backgrounds of students and what is being taught in history, social studies, and literature courses. Advisory program that pairs groups of students with adult advisor to strengthen adult-student relationships and ensure that students are well known and supported by at least one adult in the school. Students, parents, and teachers survey about their experiences in the school, and hosting community forums that invite participants to share their opinions about and recommendations for the school and its programs. Leadership team comprising a representative cross-section of school administrators, teachers, students, parents, and community members that oversees and leads a school improvement initiatives. There are several classifications of culture, and these are dynamism, stability, and form or component. Dynamism. This classification is either static or dynamic. A static culture is one in which the same culture or the same cultural patterns are transmitted from generation to generation, while dynamic culture is where cultural patterns continue to change as they are passed on from one generation to another. Stability. It describes stable culture, where the cultural practice is satisfying to the group and the unstable culture does not satisfy the people. Form or component. This classification is best described in terms of material culture that consists of all the tools, equipment, weapons, automobiles and trucks, ships, airplanes, clothing, etc. Means of social control. Individuals, as members of society, manifest behaviors according to the set laws, discipline, policies, and guidelines among others. Means of communication. Members of the group share similar, if not the same language, where engagement and transaction is easier among members of the group. Establishment of ethical standards. With the standards set by the group especially on what is right and wrong, cultural patterns related to this is established. Provision of education. The provision of education by the group society becomes a part of culture to gain knowledge, skills, and attitudes for the present and next generation. Development of character. With the practice of culture in the group, moral and ethical standards are developed in the individual as members of the group.
Academic support. This is an academic environment must be conducive to learning and achievement for all students. Teaching is education. Now, think how the weather can have a positive or negative on your day. It is related to academic support. It is the same school climate will affect your work. School climate ranging from cold and toxic to warm and supportive. Why is school climate is important to a school organization? Research has shown school climate have an effect on academic success. Drugs and alcohol can affect the climate, may increase or decrease on depending on climate. Teacher have a very high teacher leaves school with a toxic climate. Individuals accountable in a positive environment. Student is more engaged in academic way. It is one of more supportive environment. School violence is a dangerous level right now. In a school climate, you must be taken seriously. And lastly, it is equal school attendance. Physical safety. This is an environment that must be safe and welcoming and must support learning. It is related to a physical safety. What can I do school create positive school climate? I personally feel when it best a higher promote from within their organization. I believe they build trust among their members and promote positive ethics. Everyone at the work wants a feel of valued, visual to each of the members, a voice in decision making. School are a happy place when students and teachers work excited or even challenged in their work. Schools will always have a disparate atmosphere if they are linking in this important component. School safety in almost any workplace they have were going to be negative people. However, it is very important to address this. The best classroom are the one to the students and teacher are encouraged to take chances. People will take chances unless they allowed to fail. And lastly, both individual and group school on the point element to a positive school. Emotional environment. There is a student must feel emotionally supported to encourage high self-esteem and a sense of belonging. When you are walking on the classroom and check out all the classroom, you want to see all the students on the test while engaging work. You should find staff member collaborating together, whether are co-taking, creating lesson plan, or helping each other for the students. Schools I care for their safety incorporate for character or anti-bullying instruction into the curriculum to prevent bullying, ethics awareness and commitment. Indicator positive climate is a seen clear expectation being enforced for each students. Do you know that parents are involved with the climate seek out parents and interact parents with meaningful way? Social relationship. The school must encourage positive communication and interaction among students, teachers, and the wider community. Last topic is a climate survey. It is a relationship to a social. There is no set number of a time to assess climate. How about once a year should be an off climate survey? Should send out the different groups of people such as parents, students, personnel, basically everyone is involved. Should take in the survey one good thing about the school climate. Survey is you don't need to create them from scratch. You simply browse the web and you can found in the internet. However, not everything in the internet is accurate. Look for the validity and reliability in the survey. Shared goals and vision. Ownership of school goals happen only when individuals are empowered, and it can cause a shift in the culture of a school. As individuals learn how to work in alignment with the school's vision and values, a new set of relationship norms are created with are less to do with individuals seeking success for their own class, grade level, group team, or department, but are now more to do with generating and seeking whole school success. The vision of the school is not just understood, but also shared by all, from the administration, such as principal, department head, through to the support staff. Everyone knows that the goals mean and how they relate to the achievement of the school's vision. Individuals are clear about the action and they need to take for these goals to be fulfilled. Collegiality. School culture is supported when there is a strong camaraderie among all the staffs of the relationship built upon trust and understanding. The professional bonds that exist among staff members are strong enough to weather the storms that can hit school communities. These are a shared sense of belonging, purpose, and a desire for the vision of the school to be fulfilled. No one is working for them. No one is left out. Both members of the academic and academic staff are made to feel welcome and everyone is treated as a part of the team. Continuous improvement and lifelong learning. Individuals is a great school culture know that there is always capacity and room for improvement. Opportunities for learning and development are seen in all aspects of school life and just limited to going out on courses. Members of the academic community are empowered to view themselves as lifelong learning and to help facilitate and learning of others within the school. Learning is seen as a school part and the key of the adult learning journey, enabling individuals to achieve every varying degrees of personal and professional maturity. Risk taking. Where risk taking is a commonplace, there is a freedom, encourage, and a joy in which teachers and seniors leaders go about their daily tasks. Creativity is let loose and individuals discover previously undefined routes and fulfilling their potential. In this culture, a group mindset is adopted by all of such as mistakes are not seen as a failure, but as a source of learning and growth. By trailing ideas and initiatives are experimenting with new ways of doing things. Staffs and school leaders learn what works and what does not and become bigger, better version of themselves. Celebration and humor. In a great school culture, achievement, whether big or small, are appreciated and celebrated. Research has shown that when we feel good of ourselves and our achievements are recognized, we not only feel better about both ourselves, but it also optimizes that way in which our brains function. We are more likely to enter a state of flow and so maximize our own levels of performance. Thus, celebrating team and individual success is a key to the development of high performing teams. On top of this, joy and laughter are present in school life. The school day provides everyone with opportunities to relax, reflect, to be themselves with the colleagues, and to have moments where they are can be less serious. When this is discussed, staff feels more contented and passionate in their roles.
Application. Relationships come before everything. Building a positive environment in individual classroom throughout your whole school is a matter of cultivating and maintaining relationships. It takes commitment and consistency from the whole team, administrators, teachers, and support staff. 8 ways for improving school culture based on the Boys Town education model. First, build strong relationships. Success at creating a well-managed school depends more than anything else on the quality of the relationships that teachers forge with students. Staff-student relationship influence everything from the social climate to the individual performance of students. Building strong relationships need to be a whole school priority. Teachers then need to have time to talk to their students in and out of the classroom. Second, teach essential social skills. How to share, how to listen to others, how to disagree respectfully. These are the kinds of essential social skills we expect our students to have. We need to be prepared to teach appropriate social and emotional behaviors. Behavior should be treated like academics, and students should be taught that the skills they need to execute desired behaviors. These behaviors and values include honesty, sensitivity, concern, and respect for others. Get on the same page. Every classroom environment contributes to school culture. There is a need to create a shared vision of the school. This means developing consistent school rules and ways of defining and meeting students' behavior. When students believe that the rules are fair and consistently enforced, it goes a long way toward building trust. Be role models. At school, students learn by watching just as they learn by doing. Observing the actions of the others influences how they respond to their environment and cope with unfamiliar situations. Fifth, clarify classroom and school rules. It should be in the mind that classroom rules are communicated to the expectation of students. They tell students, this is the positive environment you deserve. This is the standard of create a predictable, stable environment that is more conducive to healthy interaction. Classroom rules are simple and declarative. Most important rules need to be consistent across the building. 6. Teach all students problem solving. Problems will always come up inside and out of school. Students are much more likely to recognize and resolve them appropriately when we teach them how to do so. Problem solving to help students make better decisions in the future. 7. Set appropriate consequences. Establishing classroom and school-wide rules and procedure is an important step in every effort to bring more structure to the school. Effective consequences show young people the connection between what they do and what happens as a result of their choices or action. Consequences need to be appropriate, immediate, and consistent. 8. Praise students for good choices. Many of our students, especially those who struggle, do not receive nearly enough positive feedback in the classroom or in their personal lives. According to Aaron Green 2016, when kids are taught with a proactive, praise-heavy approach, they tend to do better.